I didn't record what I was doing, but I would like to give notice of what I've done. If it's mainly for myself, then so be it. But I've I went and crushed up some eggshells and my used coffee grinds to fertilize the blueberry tree, and I'm thinking of repotting it, putting it in another pot so it could be by itself, because I don't know now, by giving the blueberry plant, it's acidic soil. I don't think that's what the grapevine requires. So it may be time for the blueberry to be in its own pot. So I did get to put some more pine needles, eggshells, and used coffee grinds and mixed it up around the blueberry plant. And also, the callaloo, I've been babysitting this callaloo for a long time, and it's starting to really pick up growth and strong stems and everything. So I added more topsoil to the callaloo, and I've been keeping them in different places to see what grows better, to not lose them all in one area. So I have some outside and some inside. And I brought the coffee plant inside because it's starting to be like some of the leaves are looking scorched. Where is it? Yes, some of the leaves are looking kind of burnt. So I brought it from out back and brought it back in the house. And yeah, the pear tree, this the peach tree, I believe. Yes, that's the peach tree. And the smaller ones are the pear trees. I have 3 pear trees, and then mint in the back. And speaking of herbs, mint, the dill, they none of them was taking root. The dill that I bought from the store, they're not rooting because they're breaking them off at the joints. They are being broken off. But I think this is rosemary or lavender. I believe those are lavenders. But I do have other herbs in here, and they're starting to get some roots on them. You can't see them barely, but yes, some of them are getting roots. And this little plant right here, I'm holding my phone a different way. This plant right here, they tell you to put it lengthwise on one of these stems, leaves right here. Put half of it in the soil lengthwise, the long way. And when I did it, this other half of this long leaf that used to be right here, it's gone. It's mushy, or it's disintegrating. So it's really picking up new growth and everything. It's grown longer and thicker. So, but the original point that I planted, it was about this size. It was about that size. I planted half of it in the soil the long way, and half of it is disintegrated. And I tried to put a little more soil covering the other part that's left. But let me leave well enough alone. The stuff's so fragile. And the sweet potato is still it's growing. I've taken so many of the stems off and put them in the ground to get sweet potatoes. But I really did want me a house plant that grew the vines, and it has a lot of roots at the bottom. There are a lot of roots at the bottom. So I'm just keeping this as long as it can. And next year and everything, I will have sweet potato leaves to plant to be early this season and not late like I was last season with getting grow, whatever to plant in the ground for sweet potatoes. And the sweet potato leaves are very good. I was able to eat some and also able to put some in the freezer. So The papaya, I'm telling you, they're really gonna start needing their own pot. I don't know how much stems is in the bottom of it, but I know these sticks, they're thick. There are some thick ones, and it's time for them to really start having their own pot. Yeah, it's some thick stems in here. And the cabbage, I did have a purple cabbage, but it got bushy long time ago. And the green one is still good and firm. And that's some more papaya. I hope I said papaya for the other one. And these stems are getting thicker as well. And I think these are still mints. Mints propagate real good. I don't care. I've harvested so much basil and mint, and they come back. And these are the new growth on the, had the camera hatchet. He need to be headed home way down there looking for his girlfriend. He coming home. But the pineapple plant, now it's gotten to the point, I don't know, I think the new growth, it's gotten bigger than the original growth. I don't know which one is which no more anymore. But I think I don't think that's the new growth. I believe this is the new growth. Yeah, that's the original, and this is the new, I believe. But yeah, and this one just have the one inside, but it's still growing very good. The pineapple. And this the red hot poker. And these are, boy, that was mighty loose in there. These are crab apples and an apple tree, I'm not sure. But the ones outside, they have grown leaves. And I don't remember what's in here. But that moringa, I don't know what's going on with the moringa plants. It's crazy that none of those seeds came up. And I've planted 2 times in a row multiple moringa seeds, and none of them have come up. So I'm just giving up on that. I did put more topsoil for these cucumbers. No cucumbers as of yet. And all of this other stuff. But yeah, that's the new growth on the crab apple or apple tree, whichever one it is. That's the new growth on these sticks. And I have multiple sticks because I want to try to have multiple trees. And I think these are carrots, if I'm not mistaken. I believe those are carrots. And I think this is supposed to be a honeydew, if I'm not mistaken. But whatever this is, it's flowering, and I think they may be peppers. Yeah, look at that. There's some buds on there. These are peppers, I believe. Yep, look at that. That's new. And why I went and got the camera in the first place is because I was, like I said, I wanted to document that. I've realized that I started feeding my worms some of the scrap food that I use for my scrap food juice. And I put in a sweet potato, mushy sweet potato, and mushy turnips inside of here to feed them, and some beet green stems off of the beet greens. But I don't want to stir them up because I just disturbed them. And I put topsoil instead of just the cardboard. And I used eggshell and coffee grinds, mixed it within there and everything. But, yeah, they seem to be pretty happy. Let's see how, I don't want to go too much. But, yeah, they're very happy. They, well, y'all, anybody want to show up? Anybody want to show up? But, yeah, it's full in here. And they have plenty to eat. Let me cover it back up. But yeah, this was the first time that I really put topsoil on top of them, because normally I was using just the cardboard. And but I thought I would add some soil this time. And that mushy, I've been noticing, like I said, I've been putting in the mushy foods out from my scrap food juice. And this is the squash. I really hope something produces, because I'm a fan of yellow squash. And and it's about time to start separating the avocado plants, because they're getting bushy and plenty of new growth on them as well. But yeah, they're needing to be separated sooner or later. And there's a lot of mushrooms down in there growing. And the lemon tree seems to be picking up new growth. The mango trees, they're going to be needing to come back in the house very soon. The mango, avocado, my lemon and peach, I'm going to have to bring them back in the house soon, because winter is getting cold. As I speak now, I have on my jacket and stuff. I've been having them on. How's the peppers coming along in here? It looks like this pepper is getting a lot bigger. Where is it? Getting a lot bigger, but there's also where it done been something. Where is the camera pointing to? Something's gotten into it. But these are, yep, those must be bell peppers. Look like a bell pepper. But and there's multiple ones in here. Let's see. But yeah, there are others in there. And I've been harvesting, so far I've harvested three tomatillas, and they are so good. I've just recently been introduced to tomatillas, and I like the tangy taste. And I was listening to Sweet Tomato Vine, again, shout out. She was talking about the green tomato relish. So that's what I believe I'm going to do. Harvest my tomatillas and let them add up, and I'm going to make a green tomato relish, because I like that tangy taste. And now I know what I could do with my green tomatoes. I think one of these plants are green tomatoes. I'm not sure which is which, but now I know I will make a relish. My tasting the way, because I don't like the sweet relish too much in the store, because it's too sweet. But and I've been harvesting a lot of peas. Yeah, and I just eat them as I pluck them off the tree. But yeah, I've been harvesting quite a few peas. And no cucumbers, sign of cucumbers yet. And that pollinating is for the birds. I'm not ready to even try again. I'll hope it do what it does on its own. And again, these are peppers, and I have been seeing signs of peppers growing. I can't see it too much now, and boy, my hands got all that dirt on it. And these are sweet potatoes, peanuts, and I can't remember. Potatoes, peanuts, and might be peppers. I'm not sure which one is in there. But peanuts, potatoes, and I'm not sure, peas, I guess. I'm not sure. But I don't know why I put them in that box, but I know this stuff going to be bursting out. But I did encase it with a plastic box. And the ginger over there is looking real good. Yeah, the ginger and basil is in there as well. Everything looked pretty happy. The celery plant. I think I'm really getting ready to harvest the tops maybe of the celery and dry them so I can add it to my dried shake herbs, my seasonings herbs in my little sprinkle bottle. This plant here kind of getting on my nerves because it's so big and bushy, and I haven't seen not one sign of anything. I think I barely saw a flower. It's a tomato plant, but I'm about ready. Oh yeah, see, yeah, those were the flowers that I just spotted not too long ago. Let me see if I can get the camera. Oh, there they are. Yeah, that they taking too long for me. But since I saw the flowers, that gave them mercy. Cause I'm like, y'all taking up too much time and space to not have anything producing. But they better be glad I saw those flowers, so that saved them for right now. And the potatoes over there, I guess it'll be soon ready to harvest them soon. And inside of that box there, I do have some, I think carrots and broccoli is inside of that box. That box, it's a box right there. Where's my hand? A box right there. Yeah. What was it? Carrots and broccoli is in there, I believe. And sweet potatoes are all over in here. And I have different places that I planted some callaloo. It's about 2 or 3 different spots that callaloo is inside of these beds here. And the peppers and things, I don't see anything as of yet. And then again, we noticed the new growth on the sticks. Yes, new growth is on these sticks. And again, they're crab apple or apple. That's neat how you could just stick a stick in the ground and it will root. And I think that's a callaloo right there. Multiple callaloos are in here. And corn is trying to come up. Corn is trying to come up there. And I don't know if these are watermelon. I don't remember what these are in here. I don't remember what they are. But I believe they might be watermelon. I'm not sure. And carrots, I don't know what's all in here. But I do know when I harvested those beet greens, they were so good. The beet greens were very good. And the watermelon. And these are watermelons that I planted from seeds of my own watermelon. Yeah. And the bearded iris, they're coming up, they're growing. I assume next season we'll see some flowers. And over here, there's some more bearded iris. And the beans in here, I picked a couple of beans from these bushes over here. One of these days, this is going to be a bed that I will set apart to be something. And these are peppers and okra. They're coming up very good. I just put topsoil on top of those as well. And this is something that I dragged home along with that thing there. I'm thinking of making myself I'm not sure what I'm going to make out of that, but this old tub, it doesn't have a bottom, but I've been stacking compost and everything, food scraps and everything in these areas here. So I sat the tub on top, and I think I'm going to build it up halfway and then put, dirt, soil and stuff. But so far I'm going to stack it up so I don't have to use so much soil. And this probably be something that I would use very soon, like tomorrow or whatever, regarding for the fall garden. But and it may be my garlic, and I may save this for the garlic and shallots. I may save this bed for garlic and shallots. So that way I know the soil is loose and they will have enough room to grow in. And I do have to experiment. I did stick some shallots over in the beds over there. I did put shallots over there. about 6 of them. So I don't know how they're going to turn out. I'm waiting to see new growth from them. And there are multiple corns. Look like some of them tops had turned brown. I don't know what's going on, but they're coming along well. Some of them starting to get some thickness on the cobs in there. Yeah. And again, I've harvested multiple times of my basil. And I think these are okra. I'm not sure, but I'm ready to see somebody okra. And these are different callalus, multiple places I told you I planted. And parsley or cilantro and dill. So I don't know. I hope I could harvest some type of dill because I really enjoy the flavor of the dill. Yeah. And that's about it. The main thing I was really talking about was my worms, because I fed them. I noticed I was feeding them with my scrap food juice. And this is my container that I use for my scrap food juice. And it's filled with some of everything. And I just let it dilute. And as I said, I don't really be smelling anything, but it's basically vegetables and fruit. So it smells, but not a very, very bad foul smell. And but if I put something weird in there that I don't normally eat or something, I don't know what causes a foul smell. And these are the peanuts in there. I don't know what's gonna happen when they start forming peanuts in this clay small container, and these are different tomato things that broke off. There's tomatoes on those as well. But just the pleasure of getting any type of harvest, I'm thankful. And if I can't get it in bulk, I kind of put it in the freezer and preserve it. And I'm hoping that it will be, especially my greens, all multiple types of greens that I have in the freezer, I will be eating them through the winter. And as a matter of fact, the only greens that I have bought from the store was cabbage. But all of my turnips and mustards and things like that, my garden has been very well supplying that need and that desire of my greens. So I hope I get to the point where it also will be providing okra and squash and onion and garlic. Yes, bell peppers. And I'll be able to keep them in the freezer, preserve them for each seasons. And those things I will not be purchasing from the store. All right. Everybody have a blessed day.